Gonna go on the song and say, verbatim, you still hang with them that done got your partner whacked? Okay. So you got 21 Savage on your album, and then 21 Savage get on the album and say, get him smacked, then turn around and give his brother down. So he dissing your partner on your album. Probably said it in the studio with you.
I got Wham and Savage on the phone to stop whatever could have happened with them. I got niggas on the phone.
Picture this. Your day one homie, the one who's been rocking with you since day one, ends up getting taken out on the interstate. Then you start hearing whispers that someone you were cool with in the industry might have had something to do with it. That's the situation people say went down between Lil Baby and 21 Savage after Marlo's death, and the streets haven't stopped talking about it since. Today, we're breaking down what a lot of people believe really happened, why Marlo became a target, and how Young Thug allegedly had to step in before Atlanta turned into a full-blown war zone. So stick around till the end, because this story goes way deeper than what you see on the surface. We're talking real street politics that most people don't even want to touch. First, let me break down how close Baby and Marlo actually were. These weren't just rap partners or industry connections. They were brothers from the same trenches, coming up side by side in the same hood. Both of them grew up in Bankhead, one of Atlanta's most talked about areas, and they had that real day-one bond you rarely see in the music business anymore. When they both signed to Quality Control around the same time, it really looked like they were about to take over together. But that's where things took a tragic turn. While Baby's career shot up like a rocket, Marlo's music never quite caught the same momentum. According to people around the label, since Marlo wasn't pulling in the same kind of money, he stayed tied to the streets, trying to maintain the same lifestyle as his circle. Baby really tried to put him on, getting him a deal, keeping him in the studio, featuring him on tracks, and constantly pushing him to lock in on music over street activity. In interviews, you could see how much Baby believed in him and how badly he wanted Marlo to win the legal way. But Marlo was stuck to the code he grew up with. Even with a deal on the table and Baby in his corner, he was still out there handling business in Bankhead. And a lot of people believe that loyalty to the streets, even when there was a way out, is what eventually led to his downfall and opened the door to the whole situation involving 21 Savage. Now here's something most casual fans don't really understand about Marlo. This wasn't just a rapper trying to look tough for the cameras. In the city, he had real respect long before the music. He was connected to PFK, Play for Keeps, also known as 3L, a group that reportedly had ties to the Goodfellas. And he wasn't just making moves in the booth. According to Street Talk, he was allegedly involved in real situations for his people. One of the main incidents that supposedly put him on 21 Savage's radar was the situation involving Capo Nuke. And Nuke wasn't just anybody either. He was said to be a high-ranking member connected to the Goodfellas, fresh home after doing serious time. He had respect, fear, and real connections to the 4L side that people associate with 21 Savage. The story goes that Nuke was allegedly getting involved with Marlo's child's mother, and Marlo didn't take that type of disrespect lightly. So, according to what's being said in the streets, Marlo made the call and Nuke was taken out. That moment is believed to be what truly sealed Marlo's fate, because Nuke had deep ties to 21 Savage's inner circle, and something like that couldn't just be ignored in that world. To really understand how everything unfolded next, you have to look at Baby Drill. His real name is Del Cristo Wilson, and at the time, he was a hungry young figure trying to solidify his name in both the streets and the rap scene. Drill was connected to 21 Savage's 4L circle and had the reputation of someone willing to put in work to gain respect. He came up in the system that 4L had created, and everybody around knew he was trying to prove himself. When 21 Savage allegedly placed that target on Marlo, Drill reportedly saw it as his chance to move up and make a name for himself. What made the situation even more shocking was how he later used the situation for attention in his music. After Marlo's death, Drill began dropping tracks where he made references to a major op being taken out at a young age. Songs like 32 Freestyle and features with Young Nudie had lines that people in the city believed were aimed at Marlo. According to what's been circulating, on July 11th, 2020, As Marlo was leaving a Bankhead gathering, a car allegedly followed him onto I-285, where shots were fired at his vehicle. His car later crashed, and Marlo was pronounced dead at the scene. Not long after, Baby Drill would end up facing murder charges in a completely separate case, which only added fuel to the rumors surrounding him. To understand why 21 Savage was said to want Marlo gone, you have to look at the complicated politics in Atlanta. 21 is tied to 4L, including his Slaughter Gang family, with connections to various blood sets in the city. Marlo, on the other hand, was associated with PFK, also known as 3L, and that group had ties to the Goodfellas. At one point, these sides weren't enemies at all. There's even old footage showing 21 and Marlo together, posted up, laughing, and showing mutual respect while moving through the same areas. Everything is believed to have shifted after Nuke's death. Since Nuke was highly respected and closely linked to 21's people, his loss triggered serious tension. That's when things reportedly started to spiral. Robberies, chains being snatched, intimidation, and street pressure aimed at anyone tied to PFK. One of the most talked about losses during this time was Mad Rock, a young 4L affiliate who was known for being active in the streets. After he was killed in a drive-by, fingers were pointed at people connected to Marlo's side, and the cycle of retaliation only grew worse. Then came the moment that really shocked fans. 21 Savage allegedly took shots at Marlo indirectly on Lil Baby's own album. The lines were subtle, but clear to anyone who knew the situation. To many, it looked like he was taunting Baby during one of the most painful periods of his life, making the situation feel even deeper and more personal than just street beef. The fact that 21 Savage allegedly felt bold enough to send shots at a man who was already gone, and on his own friend's album, showed just how sure he was that Baby wouldn't respond. It almost looked like a test, like he was pushing boundaries to see if Baby would really ride for his fallen homie or just ignore it for the sake of business and industry ties. What made it even colder was the timing. Baby was still dealing with the loss of his closest friend, and here comes that kind of energy on his own project. In the streets, that level of disrespect usually comes with real consequences, but the music industry made the situation way more complicated. Now picture being Lil Baby and slowly realizing that someone you once called a friend in the business might have had a hand in your day one's murder. People close to the situation say Baby was completely crushed when the rumors about 21 Savage's alleged involvement reached him. According to Street Talk, Baby was ready to spin and retaliate against 21 and anyone tied to 4L. But reality hit. Both artists were backed by major labels. Both were generating serious money, and moving off pure emotion would have meant risking everything. What truly hurt wasn't just the loss, it was the betrayal. The same guy he was doing songs with, showing up to events with, and building relationships with was the one the streets were pointing at in connection to Marlo's death. That realization cut deeper than anything. Young Thug has always pushed the idea of unity in Atlanta. He's spoken more than once about stepping in to stop conflicts before they turn into real bloodshed, because he understands when Atlanta artists go at each other, everybody loses. So when Thug heard how serious the tension was getting between Baby and 21, he knew he had to step in before it turned into an all-out war between camps. This wasn't just some rap disagreement. This could have turned Atlanta into a battlefield. Thug allegedly got both of them on a three-way call and made it clear they were bigger than street politics. He reminded them that Atlanta is supposed to stand together, that the city's strength comes from unity, not self-destruction. He even said later that both of them could go on any platform and confirm that he personally told them to dead the situation. Even though things got squashed in public, people in the streets never forgot what really happened. That's probably why Ghana later felt bold enough to hint at the situation in his music. In one of his lines, he referenced being around someone connected to your partner getting taken out, and everybody knew exactly who and what he was talking about. That bar hit different, because it lined up with everything the streets had already been whispering. That Baby stayed cool with 21 Savage even after learning the truth about Marlo. Another moment that raised eyebrows was when Baby deleted his Instagram post about Marlo just minutes after uploading it. That small action made a lot of people question where he really stood. Was he still riding for his friend? Or was he choosing career and relationships over loyalty? One of the clearest signs that things had changed was how Baby stopped publicly honoring Marlo. Before everything got messy, he would post him on birthdays, anniversaries, and important dates. Once all this came to light, that energy suddenly disappeared, and the silence spoke louder than any words ever could. He used to post memories, throw up old pictures, and make sure Marlo's name stayed alive on his page. But once the rumors about 21 Savage's alleged involvement started circulating, all of that stopped. No more birthday tributes, no more anniversary posts, no more mentions at all. It was like Marlo completely vanished from Baby's public world, which is wild when you remember how close they really were. That shift didn't go unnoticed, not by the streets and definitely not by Marlo's people. A lot of folks started asking the same question. Did Baby really want justice for his day one, or was protecting his career and industry ties more important? What makes this situation even deeper is how it exposed the real politics behind Atlanta's rap scene. You've got artists making millions while still being connected to street crews that don't get along. The music business and the streets are so tied together that one small move can cost actual lives. But at the same time, money and power can silence a lot of things that would normally spark retaliation. Some street commentators, including Chris Jeremiah, have said this whole situation damaged Baby's image in the streets. How can you rap about loyalty, brotherhood, and being solid if you're still cool with people the streets say had something to do with your best friend getting taken out? That's the question that kept coming up all over Atlanta. The truth is, industry pressure is real. Labels, managers, business partners, they all have money on the line. Nobody wants their artists caught up in violence or retaliation because that can shut down tours, brand deals, and entire careers. So even when emotions are high, there are millions of reasons to stay silent. At its core, this story is about loyalty, betrayal, and the cost of trying to live in two worlds at the same time, the streets and the industry. Lil Baby lost his closest friend, allegedly at the hands of people tied to someone he once worked with and trusted. 21 Savage has been accused by the streets of having a role in it through his camp, and there were even bars that fans felt were disrespectful in the aftermath. Young Thug allegedly stepped in to keep the situation from turning into an all-out war, but by then, the damage was already done. And the crazy part? Life and business didn't stop. Music kept dropping, money kept coming in, careers kept moving forward. That alone shows you how the industry really works. Sometimes peace, profit, and image are valued more than truth and justice. But one thing about the streets is they never forget. And that's why people are still talking about this situation today. The way Baby backed away from publicly honoring Marlo told a story all by itself. It showed how powerful industry politics can be, even stronger than the loyalty that comes from growing up together. Let me know what you think about how everything played out. And if you want more deep breakdowns like this, make sure you subscribe and stay locked in.